Hey, it's Keenan with Cloud Realty Group.
And Amanda over at Real Property Management.
So today, Amanda and I were talking about the difference between a residential property manager and an actual property manager. So Amanda, what's a residential manager?
Not necessarily a lot of people put a name on it, but a residential property manager, a residential manager is someone who is not licensed. They're ultimately helping you with your property, whether it's just driving by, assisting with maintenance, or even going as far as helping you screen and place tenants.
So on the lower end of the spectrum, you'd say that there's people that just drive by maybe once a week, but then sometimes you actually have someone that's living there.
Yep.
What does that normally cost?
It'll depend, whether it's a buddy system, it's a family friend that's helping you out by driving by the property once a week, once a month, every couple of times, or as needed is what a lot of people will say. Or the tenant placement, if they have someone who's actually helping them fill vacant units. They typically have a reduced rent or sometimes even a free rent. So you're not making money on one of those units.
Okay, so what would you say are the differences between a residential manager and a property manager? Because they sound a lot like the same thing.
Yeah, so typically when someone owns a property, more times than not, they own or occupy one of the units. And as we know, with a owner-occupied property, tenants tend to behave better. With the residential manager, you have someone on site, again, hoping to have that same expectation. The main difference between the two is that a resident manager isn't licensed. And they do have experience, may be on a smaller scale than with a property manager who's managing hundreds of properties versus just one environment.
Okay, so a residential manager can basically be anyone. So how do you know if you're getting a good one?
Experience, the biggest things that you're going to want to be looking at when it comes to if you do have a residential manager on your property is experience with tenant screening. Have they worked with the property before, things like that.
So I think the biggest takeaway is, with a property manager, you're going to get a certain level of experience, resources, education, and accountability.